So what's up friends, so it's Prosper right here again, and here's another tutorial video. In this tutorial video, I'm about to show you guys is about approximation and estimation. So approximation and estimation is actually a secondary school work, right from elementary to high school, even to your SSCE, your university. You still deal with approximation and estimation. So it's a very vital course that everyone ought to know. Now, if you like what we'll be doing in this channel, ensure you like and subscribe to the channel, because this channel has a lot to give to you, ranging from computer science to mathematics to entertainment. So we're ready for you as you are ready for us. So without any much time being spent on the introduction, let's dive straight right into what we're doing today. So today there are some standards we ought to know. So let's draw a line. So let's say here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there is a midpoint right here. Now from 5 to 9, they round up to become plus 1 added to the next number Okay, let's just have like that. Then from this range down to this range, we can see the all round down, or you can say round up to become 0, So this is standard in terms of approximation and estimation. So when you have a number from ranging 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, they all round down to 0. You're having a range of number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They all round up to become 1 added to the next number. So without any time much wasting, let's take some exercises. So let's say exercise 1, EXP1. That is a round off the following to the nearest D, following to the nearest what? I, 1000. I, 100. I, 10. Now let's write out this same set of number. Let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is unit, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, 100. Let's just stop there. 100,000, 1 million. Okay. You just because the newspaper, right? It should be too jam-packed. So 7 is 7, tens, this one becomes 0. Now I'm not explaining, I'm just showing tens, this is 60, 5 in 100, so this is 500. 4 in 1000, so this is 4000. 3 in 10,000, so this is 30,000. So when it's unit, there's no number after it, so it's 7. 6 is in 10, so there's just only one number after it, so that is 1 0 here. 100, there's two numbers after it, so that is the 2 zeros here. 1000, there are three numbers after the 1000, makes it 3 zeros here. So that is how it's being written. Then our number 1, each question we have to round it up to 1000, 100 and tens. So number 1, they gave us 18624. So rounding 18624 to the nearest 1000, 100 and 10. So for 1000, let's say it is A. So AI 18624. So this is units, tens, 100, 1000, right? So this is 1000 place. So we have a 1, we'll stop there. So 4, we need to round off all of these expressions to affect the 1000. Are you getting it? So we're rounding up 4 to 6. Anything that happens, it's either it affects the 1000, which is 8 in this case, or it has no effect. So 4 becomes what? 0. So this one is 0. 2 becomes what? 0. So this one is 0. 6 becomes what? Plus 1 to the next number. So it will not be 0, but it has become plus 1 to 8. Plus 1. So 8 plus 1, 9. So this is our answer. Then AII, we have 18624 to the nearest 100. So unit, tens, 100. So we are rounding up these two figures to affect 6, which is in the 100 place. So we have a 1 8. Now 4 becomes what? 0. 2 becomes what? 0. So they have no effect to 6. 6 remains 6. So these are answer. Then for AIII 18624. So 4 becomes, so we are rounding up to the nearest 10. So this is unit, tens. So we're rounding up only 4 to affect 2. So 4 becomes what? 4 becomes 0. So we have nothing to. So this 1862 becomes 0. And that's our answer. So let's take another exercise, exercise B. You're given 14, 9, 39 to the nearest 1000, 100 and tens. So in this case, so BI will be, so should be right. Okay, let's write it. 14939. So these units, tens, 100, 1000. So we are solving all of this. We are rounding up all of this to affect the 1000 place, which is 4 in the 1000 place. So 9 becomes what? Plus 1 to 3. So it's set, this time is gone. So the 1 plus this 3 making 4. 4 becomes what? 0. So despite they gave him, he couldn't help himself. So 9 becomes what? Plus 1 added to 4 making 5. So his place is now 0. Then the 1 plus this 4 becomes what? 5. Then we drop our 1. So this is 15,000. So let's see BII. We have 14939. So to the nearest 100, right? Unit, tens, 100. So we are manipulating these two figures. We are rounding up these two figures to affect 9, which is in the 100 place. So 9 becomes what? 1 added to 3. So its place is now 0 now. The 1 added to 3 becomes 4. 4 becomes what? 0. Despite the help, we couldn't help the next. So the next thing remains 9. We have our 4. We have our 1. So these are answer. Then BIII. We have 14, 9, 39. Unit tens. So we can say in this case 9 becomes what? Plus 1 added to 3 making 4. So this will be 0. So 1 plus this 3 making the 4. We have our 9, we have our 4, we have our 1. That's the answer. So let's take another example. So let's say exercise C. Two 781, 32 781. So to the thousand, CI 32 781. So this unit, tens, hundred, thousand. So unit tens, 100,000, we can say this is what? This will become 0, 1 becomes 0, 8 becomes plus 1 added to 7 making 8, so it's now 0. 8 added 1 to 2 making 3, so its place is now 0. So 2 plus that 1 making 3, then our 3, so that is our answer. Then CII, we have 32 781, so the nearest 100, so this is 100 place. So we're manipulating these two figures. So 0, 1 becomes what? 0. 8 becomes plus 1 to 7. So 8 now is 0. Then 7 plus that 1 making 8. We have our 2 and we have our 3. Then CII to the nearest 10. So we have 32 781. So unit 10. So the place for 10, we're manipulating the unit value. So 1 is what? 0 already. So these are 8, these are 7, these are 2, and these are 3. And that's our answer. So with this exercise, I'll be very convinced that you guys have understood what it takes. All it has to do with approximation and estimation. So let's move into approximation estimation of decimal number. So let's see some exercises right here. So 1 to the nearest 100 tenth whole number thousand. So we want to round off some set of number to the nearest 100 tenth whole number thousand. So in this case, let's assume our number is 264.546 So let's do this A. So AI is equal to the nearest 100. So this is tenth. This is 100. This is thousand. And this is 100,000. So the nearest 100, so this is 100. So we are rounding up these two figures. Are you there? So 3 becomes what? 0. Okay, let's write it here. 264.5463. So this is 100. So I'm manipulating these two values. So 3 becomes what? 0. 6 becomes plus 1 to 4. So its place is now 0. 1 plus that 4 making 5. So we drop our 5.462. So this is our answer. A, we have 264.5463. The nearest tenth. So this is tenth. So we're rounding up this value. So 3 becomes what? 0. 6 becomes plus 1 here. So its place is now 0. 4 plus 1 becomes 5. Round of 5 becomes plus 1 here. So its place is now 0. Then 5 plus 1, 6 points. And this is our answer. Then AIII to the nearest whole number. So we don't want any point something. We just want a whole number. So we have 264.5463. So 3 becomes 0. 6 becomes plus 1 here. Space is now 0. 4 plus 1 becomes 5. 5 make here plus 1. Here becomes 0. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 makes plus 1 here. Here becomes 0 point. Then 4 plus 1 is 5. Then 6, 2. So final answer becomes 265. So that means we round off all the decimal values. We round off all the decimal values to the accumulated to the whole number. This is the whole number section. The whole number section, and this is the decimal value. These are the what? Decimal values. So when you ask to do such work, you round off all the decimal value to the whole number. Then let's take a last one right here. So AVI or the AIV. So we have 264.5463. So this is tenth, hundred, thousand, 100,000. So thousand, right? So this thousand. So since this thousand, we're rounding off this one. So we have our 264.54. Then what happens to 6? 3 becomes what? 3 is 0. So 3 cannot give anything to 6. So we have our 6 remaining. 3 becomes 0. And that's our answer. So to the nearest thousand. So with what we just did today, I'm very convinced that all that has to do with approximation and estimation, you guys have understood it very perfectly. So if you have any question you want to ask, you can ensure by doing that in the comment section below. I'll be willing to answer every of your questions. So today, stay cool, stay subscribed to this channel, like, comment, share. It will help this channel more than you think. So stay blessed and I'll see you in the next class.